ఓకే. స్ట్రైట్‌గానే మాట్లాడతారా?
ఎస్ఎస్సి సింబల్ విండోస్ నుండి కాపీ కొట్టింది. దాంట్లో ఒక రెండు తిరిగి రంగులు పెట్టాను అంటే గ్రీన్ ఎల్లో ఒకటి తీసేది. ఎస్ఎస్సి కాకుండా అంటే పక్క పక్కన
ఎందుకు చిమ్ముతుంది?
దాన్ని తిప్పి దానికి
కింద ఇచ్చేసి ఇంకా బాగా తీస్తారేమో.
అంటే మన
కింద ఉన్న ఇచ్చేసి ఇంకా బాగా చూసి తీస్తారేమో.
ఎల్లో మనీ లైవ్ ఓపెన్ చేయి, ఈ ఫోన్ ఓపెన్ చేయి,
ఎవడో వన్ వాచ్
ఛానల్ ఓపెన్ చేయి.
స్కూల్ ఛానల్ ఛానల్
Students, I want to ask you all that how you guys are split up with like a friends or the departmental wise?
Friends.
Okay, so it's a combination of every department. Okay, so you guys are studying AI, ML, deep learning, something like that?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Few of them.
Okay, I can consider 50-50. Okay, fine. So what do you think about AI?
Artificial intelligence.
What exactly is AI about? It's not like a Chinese award which came 10 years back or something different than that?
10 years back.
Sorry? Different, right? Yeah, we can't create robot as of now like this. A lot of research has been going on. I will just give you a straight history that why suddenly the AI became so much craze in the market, in colleges and everywhere. When I was studying some 10 years back, at that time there were no courses like AI, ML and all. You have to study either CS electronics, that's it. And when I used to attend the workshops like you, that time the robotics means the line follower robot or from something like from Arduino based, Raspberry based, that was like that. But now everything's been changed currently, right? So if you see the past 5 to 6 years, suddenly everything came very much high. So why? Because if you see the electronics, the circuits, the ICs, it has been a large growth. If you know about the Moore's law, have you heard about Moore's law? Anyone? From EC background at least? No, right? Okay. Moore was the founder of Intel who told that every 18 months of the time the number of transistors in a circuit will be doubled up, scaled up, like that. Okay. So it was in 1970s and now if we see the Apple recently went for 5 nanometer technology. 5 nanometer in the sense lesser than our hair size. So that much small thickness of a circuit. We say right in the computers, the processors. Simply buy the laptop or phone and play PUBG or Call of Duty. Always so much fast. This guy is taking photographs or some video, but have you wondered how it is going inside it? That much of speed. Have you ever wondered? It's all because of the circuits. It's all about the design. It's all about the thinking of each and every engineer, scientist who are working on day and night. So like that, you all will be working in future. Correct? Yeah. Okay, I worked, let me introduce, I worked in a couple of projects related to verification side. In the IC verification, I don't know to AIML. I designed, I was into the team involved in fully automating a banking process. I could say that my team made, they will be going with other jobs. This is what the impact of AI we could see here. Okay, and currently I'm working in designing autonomous vehicles application. Where the self-driving cars, you might be heard about Tesla and all, right? So currently the self-driving car concept can't be coming to India as of now because of the road conditions and the traffic. But yeah, so currently I'm working into that for a few of the semiconductor customers currently. Yeah. Okay. So without wasting time, let me start. Anyways, if it came, So what is design thinking? Can anyone can say? Let's be an interactive mode here. Okay, I'm very much happy by seeing you all young kids, not kids, college students, yeah. But yeah, you can start it. Feel free. Never hesitate at all in your life. Even see, the judgment came down, it happens, okay, no worries. So you can just tell me, what is the design thinking? Let's be an interactive session. Can anyone can answer what is the design thinking? Even we got the answer a few minutes back when they were introducing about the design thinking. So can anyone can tell? The photograph guy? You're very much curious, right? So you can also tell, no hesitation. Or from last benches.
లైవ్ ఆఫ్ చేస్తారా?
Very last benches are very much attentive, I know that. Because they always see that whether the teacher or the professors are not able to see us. So they're very much attentive in that way. But that is fine. You know, I was also sometimes a last bencher. I am not, please, you're also great. First benchers too. I'm not, because everywhere in every book or everywhere in Facebook memes and all, they say about last benchers only. They never speak about first benchers. It's not like that. Yeah, please tell me what is the word design thinking?
Sir,
Yeah.
maybe it's a problem solving approach.
Okay. Oh, you are also cognitive student, right? Yeah, good. See, it's a problem solving approach. So, before starting anything, we always want that how the solution needs to be applied or provided. So, you always work for some customers or someone. For example, Amazon, their end goal is to satisfy the customer needs. Right? Whether the delivery is being done properly, the shipment is being delivered properly or not. For Intel, for the processors in the laptops and all, the end goal is that whatever we are making the chip, the system should work properly and the customer should be satisfied. So that is the most important part, especially for the left side. I'm unable to cover those sitting in that side, so yeah. And you guys are speaking internally with them. Yeah. So this is what about the design thinking is all about. You just need to think that what we need to do. But as engineers, you might have done the problem solving in mathematics, say most easily the 12th standard mathematics to find the mean of a class, to given a set of a problem with 10 students, and you have to find the mean of a one person. You simply put, okay, x by 10, xi into 10 upon 10, you will say like that and you find the mean, that's it. But that is not the exact answer. We simply, at that time, the main agenda comes in our mind, you have to solve it. So we take it. So that is all about the design. It's all about the ideas, how we get it. Okay. So one of the guys got 2 Nobel Prizes, differently, in different domain, not a shared one, told, if you want to have good ideas, you must have many ideas. It's all about that an idea can change your life. I think the ideas and others, tagline, right? So it's all about the ideas, what brings up. Okay, it's all about, you may be wrong. Failures happen, that doesn't matter. You might have heard quotes from Abdul Kalam. Failures might happen, that doesn't matter. It's all about bringing the ideas for any design thinking. That is very much important. Okay. So the agenda is all about artificial intelligence introduction. Since I will take your design thinking and product development in AI specific domain, but you don't need to worry. The electronic guys, you don't need to worry. Or the other background guys, you don't need to worry because this can be applied anywhere. Okay, even if you are making a satellite or making a rocket into the aerospace domain, it will be useful there. So you don't need to worry at all. Okay, and case studies, few good case studies which might help you to think about it. So AI, as I told everyone, told what is AI, artificial intelligence. I asked what you think. So can anyone define exactly what the AI is? Can anyone? Since you all told artificial intelligence. Anyone? There will be some toppers and all, right? They will always answer all questions. Where are they? All toppers here? Guys, please respond. Don't be shy.
Please respond.
I think you all are in Christmas mode and vacation mode, I guess, right? Yes, it's okay, that's fine, no problem. But still, you can answer the AI. That's easy, right? Okay, no issues. Oh yeah, it's okay, no problem, because I'm here to tell you, so there is no things outside. Okay. So AI means it's like artificial intelligence means something which you teach and it will reproduce that self and it will give you a solution. It's all involved in data. We have seen nowadays there is a trend with AI, same way with the data. In a lot of movies they say data has been stolen, data is very important like that. So with the help of the previous data, we will create a machine and algorithm that will work, that will simplify, and it will give you a product. For example, the best example, if you, today itself you Google it, if I want to learn AI, the machine learning part, the first thing comes stock market. We will predict the stock market. We will predict the IPL, which team will win. It's always Chennai or Mumbai, but still, yeah. So there was a lot of yellow t-shirts and blue t-shirts, right? So by Chennai. So like that, it's all about the predictions. What we go. It's all based on the data what is available. Okay. So data is also important in product development also, in design building also, because based on the past experience, we will take a step, right? For example, best example is everyone used to say, hey, for mathematics, you need to do a lot of sums, then only you will understand it. Then only it will go into your mind, then only you can memorize the formula or whatever may be the steps. Same with the computer works. So it's all about seeing us and we are replicating in machine. That's it. So yeah, as I told you, this is what comes in AI. When I was in 8th standard, in the computer science book, they specifically told about AI, and this was the video we came. That's it. And one line. In future, everything will be in AI. Even Elon Musk says, right, everything will be AI in the future. And still, I hope so he will buy that AI also. But currently, he's struggling with Twitter. Okay. So AI is not, it consists of machine learning and deep learning. So you might have done some Coursera courses or NPTEL courses where you go with the machine learning, deep learning like that. Machine learning and deep learning is something different. Under the machine learning, deep learning comes. But if you go in deep learning, it's all about a pixel structure and classification automatically done by the algorithm, by the model. So that's the part actually. So while going into a deep learning, everyone says about neural network. It just consists of an input, it consists of an inner layer, and it's an output layer. But if you see basically these neurons, whatever is been coming out, it's based on humans, the brain of the neuron of the signal passes. If someone pictures you, right, that goes the activation the signal goes to your brain and the brain gets the information. Okay, someone has pinched me like that. Same way, all the signals will be transmitted. Signals in the sense it's all about the mathematics. We will give some probabilities, we'll get some statistics scores, and based on that, it will say. You all know in computers, the image is been classified in a matrix format, right? Like a X cross Y. So if you are taking a grayscale black and white image, it will be a combination of from 0 to 255. Just imagine, I think we engineers are very good in imagination, right? And no one, I think, it's not, I'm not lecture after 12 o'clock or after lunch. Okay, jokes apart. I was speaking about the image in a computer systems. So we, as a human, I see a lot of people, a lot of college students, right, currently. So I got, okay, this guy is wearing a blue color, T is wearing a t-shirt, so I can easily understand it. But a computer will understand in terms of a mathematical matrix format. Okay, everything is all about the numbers. Yeah, nothing else. All numbers. So based on this number, it will understand. Okay, so if the blue color is there, so the pixel intensity will make a blue color shirt. So someone who is having a hair, who is having eyes, if I'm making a classification model, so it will understand someone with the eyes, ears, with that much pixel intensity, it will be a man, or it will be a woman. So, or it will be a cat, it will be a dog, based on a training data set, based on the training images what we provide. Okay, yeah. So I'm just more focusing on deep learning than machine learning because machine learning is readily available on internet. You can get many good books with respect to the machine learning part, so you can easily learn if you are very good in mathematics, right? I think a couple of sleeps are coming, I guess. Yeah. So this is all about the in deep learning. It's all about how you go like a classification problem, like I told, right? Image, the localization. The localization in the sense where the cat is being present or where the dog is being present, like that. And in object detection, these are the different types of problems in deep learning. Okay. And object detection means where exactly your cat and dog is being present. And image segmentation means each and every. So a lot of unicorns in India, a lot of young people like you have started unicorns, right? So they start in second year, third year, like that, correct? So the idea is that you can start it up. You can see Zepto, Swiggy, Zomato, okay, now they are pretty much well versed now, but Zepto is a latest addition, right? Even Paytm as a completely Indian thing, correct? So it all idea came and they suddenly thought, okay, we'll have a unique design. We will see how the end customer will see it. This all things comes in our mind, right? So even for preparing any exams, we go with the design. Okay, like 8 hours is left. I need to study 8 units. Just now I'm starting. So we will have a plan. 1 hour, 1 unit. We will study like that. In the end moment also, brain works very well. Even before going into the exam, we will just think it out. Okay, this question may come. We'll start seeing it. And luckily that question will only come and that moment you will not remember and you will say, oh my God, I should have studied before itself. Right? But this comes for the next semester. This thought in the end. So this is all about the planning and this is all about design. Is all about. So design thinking and focus is all about empathy, about insights, ideathon, prototype and test. So empathy, okay, if you just Google the word empathy, of course the definition will come. But it's all about understanding what exactly we require, what exactly we need to do. If we are not understanding what exactly we need to do, we can't complete that task. Correct? Whatever the task may be. Even if the teacher gives an assignment, if you are simply copying, that is fine. But if you want to do it yourself and you are unable to understand what is the question is, you can't do, right? So you need to understand it. That is one of the most important part. And it's all about if you are dealing with the customers, we need to speak it politely and we need to understand it. It's all about how you are dealing with the people. That is very, very important, especially in business. If you in future, if you're starting a startup, it's all about the clients, what you require, and it's all about how you deal with the people. That is very, very important, right? And insights is that given the problem, what insight you got. That is very, very important. Okay. And what's the ideation? Based on the insights, what ideas you got. And based on that, two times Nobel winners thought, I would say that ideas are very much important, right? So what ideas you got, and based on that, how you can correlate and how you can forget about the failures, but yeah, how you can overcome that, and what is the prototype you are making based on out of it. If you are designing a deep learning model, how you are able to design and build a model. What prototype, what type of algorithm you need to use. There are very much algorithm available in the kit in the market. So which type of algorithm you need to use. So this all thing comes based on the prototype, and in the end your model will be ready, right? Of course you need to do a lot of testing. That is very, very important. Simply they made a Paytm without any testing and all, without the test software engineers, what will happen? It will crash, correct? We could have seen the income tax website previously. When it was developed, it was crashing a lot like anything. Maybe the test engineers might have forgot to fix it. But yeah, this is what it happens when any of your product goes live. There's a lot of things involved. See, in your college, currently you might be doing in the first semester a simple code. And later on, when you go into second year, third year, at that time, your code will be pretty much complex, right? That much more complex will be there when you go into an organization, and a single, multiple line of codes will be written by different type of engineers, and you have to cover it. That will be the way of the coding will be there when you go out to the market. Okay, and I know these days the college teaches so much of coding that because in our organization there are many good interns who write a very much good code that you can't say that they are just an intern with 1 year experience. Not at all. If they go into the market, the other organization may say that, oh, the guy has 3 years of experience. Like that, it happens in my organization. That's what I was thinking. Even many of might not be listening, but I know your brains will be focused here, and you might be grasping so much of information. Because you young generation are, even I was young, but yeah. But the current generation, what I need to say, the current BTech guys are very much active, very much always wanted to learn and so much of exploration, asking so much of questions because I am currently dealing with 2 interns currently in my team and they ask a lot of questions. Sometimes even I also need to go into the papers and I just need to answer it. So that much of curiosity you guys have. So that's very good actually. That's the reason we could see a lot of startups coming up currently. It's all because of the curiosity, the ideas in all of your minds. Of course, you got a lot of other stuffs too, YouTube and all. Because of that, you are able to get a lot of knowledges. That is also there. But yeah. So design thinking, it's all about using interconnected spaces. It's all about inspiration, implementation, and ideation. As I told you in the previous slide, this slide is same, but this just tells that it's a combination of these 3 things. Okay, ideation, as I mentioned, it's all about the ideas. I don't want to repeat it again, but just want to make sure that ideas are very, very much important. Okay, if you have something in your mind, for example, tomorrow if you want to design a vehicle and something you have in your mind, just think about it, discuss with your friends, and because it's always many people means many good ideas will come, right? That's very, very important. We can't live single in our life. In perspective of single in the sense, in the company, in an organization, we can't be. Don't think in other terms. But yeah, single in the sense, in the companies and all, we always need a team to build up, to get the ideas, to fix the issues, a lot of stuff. Okay. So, I'm just going to speak about design process in machine learning systems. So machine learning system is similar to the normal systems, whatever it may be. Only few things is that you have a continuous improvement. Of course, in design thinking, you have a continuous improvement. It's a non-linear approach where it's always about, it's like some fault comes and you have to improve, like that. So it consists of the discovery, design, develop, and measure. Measure in the sense testing also we can include. Okay, so I think few of the concepts I've already covered, whatever it may be, more depth, because sometimes picture says a lot of word than just listening. So if you just read some slide, read from the slide, and if I tell you, then it will be more useful to you all. So, for example, the discovery is about looking at business or operational pain point. So, for example, tomorrow you're working with some big organization like TCS, Intel, or Samsung, or whatever it may be. So you need to see that what the customer is asking. What is the pain point in that? Given the problem statement, what is the pain point? For example, if I want to identify some integration problem, let me make it simple. It's always good to go with the simple. It's always good to go with hello world or print hello world, right? So if I want to go into the problem statement, some integration or calculus problem, so I just want to identify what exactly I need to find. So that is a main step here. Whether I need to find X, whether I need to find Y, or whether I need to find the area of a curve. So this kind of problem, I need to understand it. Then only you can easily fix the problem. It's not simple LHS is equal to RHS verified, side angle side, A, not like the small kids one, not like that. Here we need to understand the problem statement. What exactly we need to find. Okay. And how we can find how we can approach the problem to be solved in a true manner. This is what the next step should be. Okay. And also to speak with the end user for identifying the pain points. You might have called a lot of times to Flipkart, Amazon whenever there is an issue. This call will be verified, monitored, and will be stored for future reference for quality assistant purpose, so and so, for training purpose like that. So this is what we need to understand it. So this is where information, because for Amazon, Flipkart, we are the end users. For Samsung or for example, if Qualcomm is there, Qualcomm is having a client like, Qualcomm is a semiconductor company, right? You have Snapdragon phones and all. So you are the one of the end customers. Suddenly you are saying that my phone is getting eating up. And there are a lot of issues. You are just giving your feedback. So the next time when Qualcomm will design any circuit or any chip, it will think about it. And it will try to improve it. This is a small scale. What happens if Qualcomm is designing a circuit for a chip for a car manufacturing company? So they will do a lot of tests and they will come back. So this is what we need to speak it up. Okay. And we should not make any critical assumptions. That x is equal to 5, we can't make it any theoretical assumptions. We can't do that. Because if you make an assumption, it's all about the assume only. Then later on it will be more problematic. It's always better to get a clear picture, whatever it may be. If you are assuming that we need to chase a target in 5 runs per over, we can't assume, right? If it is 8 runs per over, what will happen? Like what happened in 1999 with South Africa and Australia, because they have assumed something and they have to lose the semi-finals, right? So we can't assume it. So that is very, very important. We can't assume anything. You have to, I can't assume that you all are listening. No, I can see the faces, but still, I can assume, I can see and verify that few are listening. That is fine. Yeah. You are also listening. They might be not, but they will be. Yeah. So I can't assume, right? So it's always better to get a clear picture. Okay. And next comes the design. So now the different ways a new or existing model could fit into that extra pipeline. So now in machine learning phase, we have a lot of models. I told you earlier on that there are a lot of models are available in the market. So we can either go with a new model or an existing model based on what the questions they have asked us, what the problems we need to solve. Based on that, we can give. Okay. Same thing can happen in any other scenario also. Based on our previous experience or past experience or past data, we can think about it and we can say that okay, we can able to solve it this way. Yeah. Next comes decision and alignment. So after the previous step, now I have fixed it. Okay. Okay, boss, we have 5-6 models. We have fixed it with the 5-6 engineers. Now we will use this model based on the previous experience and we will go with this plan. That's it. So we will fix it. We will be fixing it. And also next comes the development, integration, deployment. This is all about the prototype. So how we are going to develop and how we are going to build a prototype. That is very, very important. Fine. And next comes the measurement and experimentation. So if you have built a prototype, you need to test it. So nearby Hyundai factory is there, right? So you might have seen many times the car will be going with a fully covered. So the upcoming car they will be displayed in the road, right? With a lot of tests will be going on. So based on that feedback, they will be improving that car. Okay. So what is there is that you always need to do a lot of testing. So that is very, very important. Right? When you write something in an exam, at that time in that analogy, you will always want to verify everything in the last 5 minutes, that whether it left something or not. Right? The same way, whatever the prototype you have built it, we have to test it. The ISRO, whenever they go with the satellites, they do a lot of verifications in the simulation itself. Of course, they have a lot of experience also, but yeah, so without testing, they will not do anything. Still, there may be a chance, the probability of 0.001%, very much this probability, but still there may be a chance that rocket might get failed or whatever it may be. But still, we have to give 100% for the testing. Testing phase is very, very important. Are the most important person. So whenever they design the software, the bug or whatever maybe it's a take of a tester to report back to the developer or an engineer who designed the code. So always you could see a lot of test engineers also be available compared to the developer. There will be 2 developers, there will be 5 test engineers. It will be like that. Even in circuit, in electronics part, there are a lot of Samsung Galaxy phone which got busted in flights and all. Still, there may be some issues like that, but still, they are the cases. But all the companies always focus on the testing part, always. And it's all about the continuous improvement based on the feedback. So now we are into the final leg, not almost. So it's all about the case studies. So I gave 2 case studies. One is specifically from Multicore, where we suddenly got a problem statement from one of our semiconductor company, and they gave the problem statement and they told we need a solution for the same. That's all. We don't have anything. They just gave a problem statement. So we will see that how based on design thinking and product development, we were able to give feedback, deliver the part what the customer asks. So that is very, very important because we have to see the practical approach. Practicality will be there. Practicality should be there. That is very, very important, right? So it's I don't remember one Tamil proverb. It's like something which says that whatever you learn, same thing you have to do it. I don't remember that exactly right now, but this is what it's all about. So always the practicality should be there, whatever we study. So I just give you a few examples of that. So one is the optimization of neural networks ops and stitched inference pipeline for an AI accelerator hardware. So the company, the customer inference chip, they gave us a chip which was new to the market and which we don't know at all. We have only the data sheet. Data sheet means all the information about that particular chip. That's only the information we have, nothing more else. And that information will not help to solve the software problem. That was a hardware intervention. So you know about the hardware and software in a proper way in which with architecture. Okay, so the customer want to each of the neural network inference operators leveraging the chip's unique memory efficient architecture using SIMD instructions on ALUs and MIMD across the chip. So this was the part. It's simple. It's the two paragraph is just I want to do soft OS, right? So it's always getting an update a lot of time. So it's the same way that for that particular thing, the SDK was about to get updated a lot of. So what we have to do? So based on core engineering and substation related experience, the past experience we backtracked, and of course we have very much experienced engineers. So based on that experience gained over the years, started visualize the problem as an answer of visualization. So we tried to figure out the problem. We visualized what is exactly thing we require. The first step for any design. And after that, we created the insights from the problem. So we noted down, we jotted down, okay, we have to work it out. So this way we have analyzed it. I'm saying we means we have a group of 10 plus engineers working on this complex problem. Okay. So after that, we did a design and alignment. So MCW came up with a detailed design plan. MCW means Verticoware. Came up with a detailed design plan and how the end-to-end neural network model can be architected on the device, including the communications between the layers. So you might be, I'll just show you the hidden layers, input layers, and output layers. That's just a basic. If you Google search it, you will get it, right? But there will be a lot of hidden layers to do that. There are the models which is having 100 plus layers, 150 plus layers. So a lot of hidden layers will be there. So we just saw one by one. And accordingly, we tried tweaking that layer. We tried tweaking the architecture of this particular model to based on this, to work it in the hardware. So we tried this much of stuffs. Okay. And after that, what we did, we went back to the customer because we need a customer approval. If customer doesn't approve, there is no use, right? It will be problematic in the future. There will be no theoretical things and all. We should need to ask everything from the customer. So we showcased to the customer. Customer was happy and he agreed for the same. And after that, the development, integration, deployment to prototype. So we were able to develop that, we were able to integrate that, and we were able to test in our own environment. We were not dependent on the customer's part. We created our own for a proper testing environment, and we tested everything. So this is what we have worked with the development, integration, deployment time. And after that, as I mentioned, we did some testing for a proper analysis, and with each and everything we done with TensorFlow, you might know very much about TensorFlow and Keras. And if you are going into the deep learning part or you're studying the deep learning part, so these are the APIs, these are the frameworks in which you can design or build your own model. Today itself, you can go to Google Colab, you can just start a neural network training. It's pretty easy in there, so you can understand it. And the Colab gives a lot of opportunity to it consists of TPUs, it consists of processing unit, it consists of GPUs. You don't need to spend a lakhs of amount for buying a GPU. Of course, it's pretty much slow, but still you can do a lot with TensorFlow. Yeah. So we passed the model, we were able to optimize it, and we were able to provide a deliver back the solution to the customer. So this is what we have done. So this is one of the problem which we, and this you have to do it in a limited time frame also. Sometimes you have to do it in a stipulated amount of time, right? For example, your record books, you have to do it in a stipulated amount of time. Most of us will do it the last moment, right? So last moment we try to get the signatures and all, right? So in stipulated amount of time we try to fix it out, right? But this was not a last moment. The customer came in the last moment and we were able to use it. So the engineers working in Spotify, I was going this. I got through the internet for one of the lectures on design and development. You can easily search about their problems, what they are to design in that way. Okay. So the questions came is that what does it mean to do supplement measuring? Why would someone listen to this in this context? So that is the reason they have a song, even in the advertisement they typically mention. If it's a party mood, they have party songs. If you have a driving mood or a long drive mood, they have driving songs. So this way they have developed it. With the design thinking and process, they have developed it in that way. We can't see this much app or something like that. Maybe it is there now. But yeah, so this is how the engineers, the software engineers who work continuously to develop or build the app, it comes in that way. You might have seen a sudden change in UI. Yesterday I was ordering something from Zepto, I could see the customers, they are changing the logo for Zepto. It was pretty much attractive. I have another app, I can't tell the name, I have another app that was a normal. It's good that whenever you look into the UI, you thought, okay, I have something from this. It's not about the strategy, it's not about the design thinking. So as an engineer, you always need to think about something. So that is very, very important, right? So before closing up, I just want to quickly mention about the Multicoware, the company which has started to work recently. Before that, I was working in Tata. So this company has been pretty good. I just got to learn a lot of opportunities. They are pretty much good customers who we are working under. And it's been founded in 2009. We have data centers across the globe and we have the customers across the globe. And it's specifically work out currently in USA, European Union, China and India. And we have more than 350 plus employees. And our expertise in radar, LiDAR, compilers, video codecs, etc. I specifically come from our business unit that is autonomous vehicle and autonomous. It's all about the self-driving cars. So I currently work in that specific domain currently. Yeah. So we have media and AI analytics solutions that people work solely on deep learning part, video streaming, human behavior, and deep neural network solutions. And kernel level development, we do a lot of kernel level, we do a lot of SDK level. These are the things which we are in core expertise. And so this is, and of course the programming languages. So these days you need a lot of Python stuffs. Python is very, very important. Whoever you go, even I interview a lot of candidates, I first go with, I check with Python only. And of course, whoever the candidate comes, they go for Python. So Python is very good language actually that you can easily learn. It's, even a civil engineer can learn easily with a Python. I'm not saying you can't learn, it's because it's straight away language. You don't need to do the memory allocation, CLR. You don't need to do memory dynamic allocation and all in Python. It's taken care. But comparatively it is slow. That is the reason NVIDIA does computer programming in C and C++. So C and C++ is always a master's. Means it is always required. It's evergreen language. C and C++. Like they say, right? Civil engineering is evergreen branch like that. It's always an evergreen. So if you are good in C, C++, go for it. Simultaneously learn for Python. It's all about coding. It's all about syntaxes. Even if an interview you don't know about how the syntax works, but if you know the logic, the interviewer will be impressed. Because if you know the logic, you can learn the code very well. They were saying Java a few years back, they were saying .NET a few years back. So it always comes like this. Because change is permanent, right? They say Bhagavad Gita, right? So, it's, or if you say science and technology, it's all about the Big Bang. The universe is expanding always, correct? So it's always, but for interviews or placements, you need to do a lot of academic stuff. But of course, it's all about daily practice. That is very, very important. Yeah, and for design thinking, again, the programming practice is also called design. You are making a code. You have an idea to make a hello world, of course you can now, right? Same way. So you can connect with us. So these are the websites. You can search it in Google, Multicooler, or we have a Twitter, Facebook. We are into LinkedIn. We are into Insta. I'm not in Insta. So, but yeah, my company is there, and you can reach me out in LinkedIn. Fine. So that's it. So any questions? Final? Oh, that is it's over now. So how did you felt actually? It was useful? Say yes or no, I don't want to ask individually.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So any questions to me? No. It's about Christmas time, right? Christmas Eve is about to come. Right? Okay. So yeah, wish you all the best. Once again, thanks everyone for giving me an opportunity. And thanks for waiting for past some 1 hour, 45 minutes, something like that. I finished up early, I guess. Yeah, I was not going into speed of an fast train or flight, right? It was a normal, right?
Sir.
Normal, right? I just want to go with the continuous feedback, right? So I'm just getting a feedback from you all now itself. So that next lecture, wherever it may be, I can improve. It's all about learning. Never hesitate to learn. You can learn at any age. Never ever hesitate to learn. You can learn from anyone also. You can learn from a baby also. Like I learned now something from you all. It's all about learning, nothing else. Especially being an engineer, you have to be constantly updated. Okay guys, I don't want to take so much of time. Thanks everyone.
PC screen.
అప్లోడ్ ఇద్దరా డైరెక్ట్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్
అదే అయిపోతుంది మళ్ళీ చూస్తాను కదా
Enlightening notes. If you have any queries regarding the session, you can interact with the guest. It's a great place. It's a great opportunity for you all. Sir, actually you are good at the programming now. Can you please share some coding practice platforms for us? Any more other than that? Sir is good at programming languages and design processing. It's a great opportunity, utilize it. Third years and second years.
I think they are waiting for final year. Even I was specifically see for that. You may ask, are we going to be working in data sets every day? Because ask why we studied algebra, we never used in our real life. Or why we studied differential equations, we never used. I'm using that. Algebra, I don't think so, but differential equations I'm using. So same way, the data structures are very, very important. The platforms, as she asked, HackerEarth, it's a very good platform. And there are a couple of good YouTube videos, which I will be sharing to her. Yeah, you can share with the students later on. So where they will explain, they will mainly focus tell the interview questions what they ask in fat companies like Facebook, sorry Meta, Amazon, like that for freshers. So there will be a lot of good questions. Okay, it's all about we have to explore that, and HackerEarth is one of the best because I also go through that, and yeah, whatever maybe I'll just write it down because I specifically go with HackerEarth only, and with respect to programming languages, I just mentioned like Python, C, and C++. Programming language. Okay, that's it. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Now I call Dr. Reshmita Killer, Professor, Department of Data Analytics to deliver the time.
Very good morning to one and all. I am the Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Srinivasa Raghavan sir, respected Director Ma'am, Principal principal sir, faculties, and my dear students. First of all, I would like to thank our management for making this event happen. On behalf of Data Analytics Department, I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Guest for his presence, suggestions, and inspiring words given to our students. I thank from the bottom of my heart for the continuous motivation given by our principal, Dr. Ramesh sir, and IIC Vice President, Dr. Srinivasan sir. Also, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the entire team and the supported faculties who worked for the successful completion of this event. Design thinking and product development workshop. Last but not the least, I thank all my beloved students for showing your interest in attending this program. I thank today's MC Joshna for her support. I once again thank everyone for making this program successful. Thank you. And once again, after your national anthem, you just be selected for the success. Okay? Don't go. So sign your attendance sheet, then you can leave the hall. Thank you.
Kindly all please raise for the national anthem.
Hey, school disperse.
Ini lebih kontra soal.